Hello children, how are you all? Are you all enjoying your holidays? I hope so. Okay, be safe at your homes. Don't go outside of your house unnecessarily. Okay children, wash your hands regularly. Use soaps and sanitizers. Okay children, be safe. Okay, and we'll see about our lesson. Okay, we have already completed our first lesson. We have started second lesson. Is it children? Lesson measurement. Is it measurement? Have you all learned what we have learned in the previous classes? Yeah. Take your homework notebook. We will write a small test. Have you all taken? Okay, put today's date. Okay. Yeah, first question. Anything which you can measure is called dash. Anything which you can measure is called dash. Second question. Write any two ancient units of length. Write any two ancient units of length. And then third question. All measurements are written in the form of dash. All measurements are written in the form of dash. And then fourth question. Okay, write any one point from the features of standard unit. We have learned 3 points in the features of standard unit. Is it children? Write any one point. Okay. What you know, what you can remember. Write any one point. Okay. Write any one point from features of standard unit. The next question. CGS stands for dash. CGS stands for dash. That means dash, dash and dash. Okay. And then the last question. The MKS system is also called the dash. Dash system. Okay. The MKS system is also called the dash system. Children, have you all answered? Okay, very good. Yeah, keep your notes aside. Can we recall what we have learnt in the previous classes? First of all, we have learnt about what is physical quantity. Is it? What is physical quantity? Anything which you can measure is called a physical quantity. Okay. And then we have learnt about ancient units of length. Okay. In the olden days, they had used only the body parts. Is it children? What are the body parts? Handspan, cubits. Okay. And then footstep, foot. Okay. All these are the units they had used. Okay children. And then we have learnt about measurement. Okay, what does mean by measurement? The comparison of an unknown physical quantity with a standard quantity. Okay, the comparison of an unknown physical quantity with a standard known quantity. Okay, children. And then we have learnt about unit. Is it? What does mean by unit? A unit is the standard reference of the same physical quantity. Okay, a unit is the standard reference of the same physical quantity. Okay children. And then all the units are written in the form of NU. Okay, all the measurements are written in the form of NU. What is meant by N? Magnitude of the measurement. Okay, and U means unit. If there is 5 kg means 5 is N, that is magnitude of the measurement, and U is the kg. Okay, kg. Okay, children. And then we have learnt about the features of a standard unit. So children, what are the features? It is well defined and accepted internationally. Okay, and then second point, its value does not change due to physical factors like temperature, wind, speed, etc. Okay, and then third point, it should be of convenient size, neither too big nor too small. Okay, and then we have learnt about 3 systems of unit. Is it? What are the 3 systems? CGS unit, MKS unit, and then FPS unit. Okay, CGS stands for centimeter, gram, second. Okay, and MKS stands for meter, kilogram, and second. Okay, and then FPS stands for foot, pound, and second. Okay, we can call the MKS system as metric system. Okay, the metric system was first adopted in 1791 in France. Okay, children, comparing to MKS system, CGS system is very small. Okay, these are all the things we have learned in the previous classes. Children, in this class we will see about 4 topics. Okay, children, first of all, SI system of units, derived units, multiples and submultiples of units, then rules to write units correctly. Okay, children, before seeing SI system of units, we will see about fundamental units. Okay, have you learnt about fundamental units? What do you mean by fundamental? Fundamental means basic. Okay, fundamental units means basic units. Okay, children, fundamental units means basic units. Okay, children. Okay, what is meant by that fundamental units? The units which do not depend on any other units. Okay, these fundamental units do not depend on any other units. Okay, so there are 7 fundamental units. Okay, shall we learn that 7? Length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity, and amount of substance. Okay, children, length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity, and amount of substance. All these are the quantities. Okay, 7 quantities. Okay, fundamental quantities. Okay, can we repeat? Length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity, and amount of substance. Okay, you should remember this. Okay, 7 fundamental quantities. What are the 7? Length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity, and amount of substance. Okay, so what is meant by fundamental units? The units which do not depend on any other units is called fundamental units. So, in order to define these fundamental units, several systems was developed. Okay, but what was there before the systems was developed? In the olden days, what are the units they had used? They had used only the body parts to measure. Is it, children? Okay. Let us consider a time in olden days. Okay. Yeah, what you can see in the screen? It is looking as like a market. Is it, children? Okay. There is a furniture merchant. Okay. who sells furniture. Okay, children. A buyer is interested to buy furniture from this merchant. Okay. Now this merchant sells a particular table to this buyer, saying that the length of the table is 10 handspan. Okay. Now the buyer is satisfied, okay, saying that it is a big table. He thought that it was a big table so that he can use it. Okay. But the buyer bought the table and goes back home. Okay. He went to his home and he measured it with his hands. That merchant said that it was 10 handspan. The children, the length of the table is 10 handspan. Okay. So the buyer, okay, went back to the home and he is now measuring. Okay. He got only 8 handspan. Okay. Now the buyer is in anger. Okay, he is in extreme anger. He thought that the merchant had cheated him. Okay, the merchant had cheated him, so that he is in extreme anger. He don't know what to do with that table. Okay, so now I will ask you, what do you think? Did the merchant cheat the buyer, or else this buyer is lying? Can you understand my question? We are considering a time in olden days. Okay. ஒரு furniture seller கிட்ட ஒரு buyer போய் ஒரு table வாங்குறாங்க. He is saying the length as 10 handspan. Okay. That merchant is saying that the table is 10 handspan. Okay, children. So that he thought that it was a big table. நல்ல பெரிய டேபிள் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு அந்த பையர் வாங்கிட்டு வீட்டுக்கு போயிட்டாரு. ஓகே. And after going home he measured it with his hands. அந்த பையர் வந்து மெஷர் பண்ணி பார்க்குறாரு. அவருக்கு எவ்வளோ தான் கிடைச்சது? 8 handspan தான் கிடைச்சிச்சு. அப்போ என்ன நினைக்கிறாருன்னா, மெர்ச்சன்ட் வந்து நம்மளை ஏமாத்திட்டாரு, இப்போ என்ன பண்ணுறது அப்படின்னு தெரியாமல் அவர் வந்து இது பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. ஓகே. At the first, what the merchant said, the measure of the table is 10 handspan. But for the buyer, he measures as 8 handspan. Okay. So what do you think? நீங்க என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க? The buyer seller ஏமாத்திட்டார் நினைக்கிறீங்களா, or else the buyer வந்து பொய் சொல்றாரு நினைக்கிறீங்களா? Okay, the truth is neither. Okay, children. Y means the length of the handspan for the merchant was shorter. Okay, merchant's hand is small so that he can measure many handspans. Okay, so he got 10 handspans. Okay, if you are having shorter hands means we will get more handspans, the children, so that he got 10 handspan. But the buyer hand is somewhat long, so that he got only 8 handspan. So with this, what you can understood? These are all, this cubits, handspan, these are all not the standard units for measurement. Okay, children, can you all understood? So in order to standardize the measurement, many scientists have developed a new system. Okay, what is the name of the system? SI system. Okay, we can call it as Standard International System. Okay, SI system. Okay, a new system, SI system, was developed. Okay, the system was applicable across the countries in the world. Okay, it's applicable in all over the world. Okay, children. So these are all the standard international system. Okay, yeah, you can see in the screen, is it, children? Length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity, and amount of substance. Yeah, for the length, what is the unit? meter. Okay, what is the symbol? M. Okay, and then for mass, kilogram. Okay, kg. What is the symbol? Kg. Okay, and then time, what is the unit? Second. Okay, and what is the symbol? Yes. Okay, and then temperature. Temperature, what is the unit? Kelvin. Okay, and what is the symbol for Kelvin? K. Okay, and then next one is current. Okay, what is the unit, ma? Ampere. For current, ampere is the unit. Okay, and what is the symbol? Capital A. Okay, and then luminous intensity. For luminous intensity, what is the unit? Candela. Okay, candela. Okay, and then symbol CD. And then next one, amount of substance. What is the unit? Mole. Okay, and what is the symbol for amount of substance? Mole. M-O-L. Okay, yeah, first one is length, meter, symbol is M, and mass, kilogram, kg. Okay, time, second. Yes. Okay, and temperature, Kelvin, K. Okay, and then current, ampere, A. Okay, and then luminous intensity, candela, CD. Okay, and then amount of substance, mole, MOL. Okay, children, can you all understood? What are the quantities here? Length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity, amount of substance. Can you all understood? Length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity and amount of substance. Okay, for length, meter is the unit and M is the symbol. Okay, and for mass, kilogram is the unit and kg is the symbol. Okay, and then time, second is the unit and S is the symbol. Okay, and for temperature, Kelvin is the unit and capital K is the symbol. Okay, and then for current, ampere is the unit and capital A is the symbol. Okay, and for luminous intensity, candela is the unit and symbol is CD. Okay, and then for amount of substance, mole is the unit and the symbol is MOL. Can you all understood? The system is called SI system. Okay, we can call it as Standard International System. Okay, what is the name of the system? SI system or Standard International System. Okay, what are the quantities we have learnt here? Length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity and amount of substance. Okay, for length, meter is the unit and M is the symbol, and for mass, kilogram is the unit and kg is the symbol. Okay, and then for time, second is the unit and S is the symbol. Okay, and then for temperature, Kelvin is the unit, capital K is the symbol. Okay, and then for current, ampere is the unit and capital A is the symbol. Okay, and then for luminous intensity, candela is the unit and CD is the symbol. Okay, and then for amount of substance, mole is the unit and MOL is the symbol. Can you all understand, children? You should remember this. Okay, children, learn this properly. Okay, that's all about Standard International System, that is SI system. Okay, and next we will see about derived units. Okay, what is meant by derived units? Okay, derived units means the units which depends on the fundamental units. Okay, that is called derived units. Okay, the derived units can be expressed in terms of fundamental unit. Okay, derived units are those units which depend on the fundamental units. Okay, or which can be expressed in terms of fundamental units. Okay, children, simply by using the fundamental units only, we can derive these units. So that we are calling this as derived units. Okay, fundamental units use பண்ணி தான் நம்ம இந்த யூனிட்ஸ் எல்லாம் derive பண்ணிருக்கோம். So that we are calling it as derived units. Okay children. Okay, the first one is area. Okay, area, volume, density, velocity, acceleration, force, work, energy, pressure. Already in the previous classes we have learnt about area, is it children? In 4th and 5th itself you have learnt area, is it? For finding area we need length, breadth, is it? So we know that. So that it is a derived unit. Okay, and then volume. Volume also we have learnt in marks, is it? For finding volume we need length, breadth and height. So it is also a derived unit. Okay, and density. For finding density we have a formula, is it? So that it is also a derived unit. Okay, velocity, acceleration, force, work, energy, pressure. All these are the derived units. For finding all these we need something, length, breadth, volume, mass. Likewise we need some fundamental quantities. Okay, so that we are calling it as derived units. Okay, yeah, we will see about it. Okay, for finding area we need length. Okay, length and breadth. Okay, so we are saying that length into breadth. Okay, okay, what is the SI unit of area? Meter square. Okay, the SI unit of area is meter square. Okay, and then for volume, length into breadth into height. Okay, for finding volume we need length, breadth and height. Okay, so what is the SI unit of length? Sorry, what is the SI unit of volume? Meter cube. Okay, what is the SI unit of volume? Meter cube. Okay, and then the third one is density. To find density, what is the formula? Mass by volume. Okay, density equal to mass by volume, or else mass upon volume. Okay, and what is the SI unit of density? kg m power minus 3. Okay, m power minus 3. Okay, and velocity, distance upon time. Okay, so ms inverse. Okay, ms inverse, or else ms power minus 1. Okay children, m is meter and s is second. Okay, and then the next one is acceleration. Acceleration, change in velocity upon time. Okay, change in velocity upon time. Okay, so ms power minus 2. Okay, meter second power minus 2. Okay, and then force, mass into acceleration. Okay, mass into acceleration. Okay, and what is the SI unit of force? kg ms power minus 2. Okay, we can say as Newton. That is N. Okay, the SI unit of force is N. Okay, and then for work, force into distance. Okay, force into distance. Okay, so what is the SI unit of work? Nm. Okay, we can say as J. Okay, and for energy, amount of work. Okay, amount of work. Okay, and what is the SI unit of energy? J. Okay, what is the SI unit of energy? J. And then pressure, force upon area. Okay, force by area. What is the SI unit of pressure? Nm power minus 2. Okay, or PA. Okay, Pascal. For Pascal we can say as PA. Okay, you should learn all these. Okay, these are all the derived units. Okay, yeah, what are all the derived units? Area, volume, density, velocity, acceleration, force, work, energy and pressure. Okay, can we repeat? Area, volume, density, velocity, acceleration, force, work, energy and pressure. Okay, these are all the derived quantities which are derived from the fundamental quantities. Okay children, yeah, what is the SI unit of area? Meter square. Okay, m square. Okay, and what is the SI unit of volume? Meter cube. Okay, and what is the SI unit of density? Kilogram meter power minus 3. Okay, what is the SI unit of velocity? Meter second per minus 1. Meter second power minus 1. Okay, and then acceleration. What is the SI unit of acceleration? Meter second power minus 2. Okay, and what is the SI unit of force? Kilogram meter second power minus 2. You can say as N. Okay, and then work. For work, what is the SI unit? Nm. Okay, we can say as J. Okay, and then energy. What is the SI unit of energy? J. Okay, and for pressure, Nm power minus 2. Okay, or PA. Okay, that is Pascal. Okay children, you should only learn it. Okay, you should memorize it. Okay children, this will be asked in one word question, so you should learn it properly. Okay, and then we are going to see about multiples and submultiples. Okay, submultiples, multiples and submultiples of units. Okay, yeah, why you are using multiples and submultiples? Do you know? These multiples and submultiples are used to reduce the number in our convenient way. Okay, simply if we are saying 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, means it will be very easy to note, is it children? If you are saying any number in hundreds, 1000, 10,000 means it will be easy, is it? Okay, but if the zeros are extending 10,000, lakhs, a crore, likewise the zeros are extending means, is it easy to calculate? If you had missed 1 0 means also the number will change, is it? So that to make it easy, okay, to make it easy and to avoid our mistakes, okay, we are using this multiples and submultiples. Okay, instead of placing some zeros, what is the easy method? In the short form, we can write the powers. Okay, we can write the powers as 10 power 1, 10 power 2, 10 power 3. Likewise, we can make it as short, is it? We can make the number in a convenient way, is it children? So these multiples and submultiples are used to reduce the numbers in our convenient way. Okay, and to make it short in terms of powers. Okay, we are just making it in terms of powers, that is called multiples and submultiples. So by making it, we will get a shortest number and then it will be convenient for us to use, is it? Simply we are just deleting all the zeros and putting the powers. Okay, if you want to put 5 zeros means you are just putting the number 5 on the power. Very easy, is it children? For that purpose only we are using multiples and submultiples. Okay, why we are using multiples and submultiples? To make the number in short and convenient way, we are using multiples and submultiples. Okay children, can you all understood? Okay, we'll see about the multiples and submultiples. Okay, in your book they had given only 10 power 2, 10 power 3 and 10 power 6, and submultiples 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 3 and 10 power minus 6. Okay, that is enough for you for class 6. Okay. if you are having the positive powers, means that is multiples. Okay, if you are having 10 power 2, 10 power 3, 10 power 4, 10 power 5, likewise if the powers are in positive, means that is called multiples, and if the powers are in negatives, means 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 3, likewise the power is in negative, means that is called submultiples. Okay children, can you all understood? Okay, we'll learn about the prefixes first. Okay, for 10 power 6, the prefix is mega. Okay, we will say as megawatt, likewise we will say is it, for that we will use that. Okay, 10 power 6 means mega. What is the prefix for 10 power 6? Mega. Okay, and for that symbol, capital M. Okay, and what is the example? 1 megawatt equal to 10 power 6 watt. We can simply say, is it children? Or else if you are putting zeros, means like 0 0 0 0 0, likewise it will be extending. So to make it easier and to make in a convenient way, we are using this multiples and submultiples. Okay children, so what is mean by 10 power 6? 10 power 6 means mega. Okay, 10 power 6 means mega. Okay, what is the symbol? Capital M. Okay, capital M is the symbol of mega. Okay, and example, 1 megawatt equal to 10 power 6 watt. Okay, and for 10 power 3 kilo, 10 power 3 kilo. Okay, kilo, for kilo, small k is the symbol. Okay, for kilo, small k is the symbol. Okay, what is the example? 1 kilogram equal to 10 power 3 gram. Okay, that is the example. So for 10 power 2 hecto. Okay, 10 power 2 hecto, small h is the symbol. Okay, and 1 hectometer equal to 100 meter. Okay, 1 hectometer equal to 100 meter. Okay children, these are all the multiples. Okay, 10 power 6 means mega, capital M. Okay, 10 power 6 mega, capital M. Okay, 10 power 6 mega, capital M. Okay, 10 power 3 kilo, small k. Okay, 10 power 3 kilo, small k. Okay, 10 power 3 kilo, small k. Then 10 power 2 hecto. Okay, hecto, small h. Okay, and then we will learn about submultiples. Okay, for 10 power minus 2 centi. Okay, for 10 power minus 2 centi. Okay, centi means small c. Okay, 1 centimeter equal to 10 power minus 2 meter. Okay, 1 centimeter equal to 10 power minus 2 meter. Okay, and then 10 power minus 3 milli. Okay, 10 power minus 3 milli. Okay, milli means small m. Okay, so what is the example? 1 milligram equal to 10 power minus 3 gram. Okay, 1 milligram equal to 10 power minus 3 gram. Okay, and 10 power minus 6 micro. Okay, 10 power minus 6 micro, and the symbol is mu. Okay, mu, it is not m, mu. Okay, so 1 mu s, 1 mu second equal to 10 power minus 6 meter. That is the example, is it? So what are the factors we have learned? For 10 power minus 6 mega. Okay, 10 power minus 6 mega. Okay, learn it. For 10 power minus 6 mega, and for 10 power minus 3, sorry, 10 power 6 mega. Okay, 10 power 6 mega. Okay, 10 power 3 kilo. Okay, 10 power 3 kilo. 10 power 2 hecto. Okay, 10 power 6 mega. Okay, we are learning this is 6 is the biggest one, is it? So that we are saying mega. 6 mega, 10 power 6 mega. Okay, 10 power 3 kilo. Okay, 10 power 3 kilo. Okay, 10 power 2 hecto. Okay, 10 power 6 mega, 10 power 3 kilo, and 10 power 2 hecto. Okay, for all these we have the first letters as a symbol, is it children? For mega only we have capital M. For other all we have small letters. Is it, children? And submultiples 10 power minus 2 centi. Okay, 10 power minus 2 centi. Okay, 10 power minus 3 milli. Okay, 10 power minus 3 milli. And 10 power minus 6 micro. Okay, 10 power minus 6 micro. Okay, 10 power minus 6 meter is 1 micron. We can say the 10 power minus 6 meter is 1 micron. Okay, you should learn this also. Okay, then we will see about the rules to write units correctly. Okay, rules to write the units correctly. Okay, these are the rules to write SI units correctly. Okay, children, we have learnt about SI unit. Is it? SI unit means Standard International System. Is it? Okay, for writing SI unit we need to know about these rules. Okay, children. Okay, we'll read the first one. The unit that owes its name to a scientist is written only in lowercase alphabet. Okay, the unit that owes its name to a scientist is written only in lowercase alphabet. Okay, what is the example? 5 ampere. Okay, see, the first letter was written in a small letter. Is the, children, lowercase alphabet? Or 10 Newton. For N they had written small letter. Is it? Okay, we will see. Okay, okay, some units have the name of the scientist. Okay, that who invented it. Okay, children, Newton, watt, ampere. Okay, these are all the names of the scientist which becomes the unit. Okay, for all those units you should not use capital letter. You should use only the small letters. Okay, that is the lowercase alphabet. Okay, for writing your names. Okay, nama name எழுதும்போது capital letter எழுதுவோம். Is it? Likewise, these are all also the names. Okay, இது ஒரு scientist ஓட names தான். But you should not start with capital letter. Why? These become the units. Okay, so that we should not start these with the capital letters. We should use only the lowercase alphabet. Okay, so that they had given example. What is the example? 5 ampere. Okay, the first letter is a lowercase alphabet, small letter. Is it, children? And for 10 Newton, N is the small letter. Is it? So that we are saying that the unit that owes its name to a scientist is written only in lowercase alphabet. Can you all understood? And these are all the examples. Okay, yeah, you should start with small letter. Okay, the units which were right in the left side is only correct and right side are all wrong. Okay, why? What is the reason? Our first rule is we should not write the unit in capital letters. We should use only the lowercase alphabets. So Newton, small n. Okay, you should start with small n. Okay, that is only correct. Okay, ampere, you should start with small a. Okay, and then coulomb should start with small c. Okay, children, these are all the names of the scientist. Okay, but it becomes the units of the alphabet, so that we should use only the lowercase alphabet. Can you all understood? Okay, well, second rule. Okay, if instead of writing the name of the scientist we write only the symbol. Okay, if instead of writing the name of the scientist we write only the symbol, then it is written in uppercase. Okay, example. What is the example? 5a, 10n. Okay, if you want to write it shortly. Okay, உனக்கு வந்து கூலும்னு பெருசா எழுத கஷ்டமா இருக்கு, ஆம்பியர்னு பெருசா எழுத கஷ்டமா இருக்கு வெச்சுக்கோ. So that you can use a single alphabet. Okay, you can use a single alphabet, but it should be of capital letter. Okay, we are returned the Newton in the small n. Is it, children? N-E-W-T-O-N. Likewise, in a small lowercase letter we had used, but for writing it in the shorter form for writing it in symbol, we should use the uppercase alphabet, that is capital letter. Can you all understood? In the first point, what we have learnt, these are all the names of the scientists that owes to be the units, is it? That becomes the units. So that we should use only the lowercase letters to write those units. Okay, that is the first point. But in the second point, we should write the symbol in the capital, okay, that is uppercase alphabet. Okay, the name on the small letter la start panni eludina, but symbol la eludumbodu you should use only the capital letters. Okay, what is the example? 5A, see, ampere, so A, capital A. Okay, 10N, capital N. Can you all understand, children? Okay, we'll see examples. Okay, N for Newton, capital N, you should use capital N. Okay, and then for Kelvin, capital K. Okay, for ampere, should use capital A. Okay, for coulomb, you should use capital C. Okay, what is the first point we have learned? For the names of the scientists, if it becomes units means we should use only the lowercase alphabet. Okay, what is the second point? If that is the name of the scientist, the symbol should be in the capital, that is uppercase alphabet. Okay, can you all understand, children? We will see the third point. Okay, all other units are written in lowercase alphabet only. Okay, apart from the units which are depends on name, all other units should be written in small letters only. Okay, first we have said, is it Newton, Coulomb, likewise all these are the names of the scientist which becomes the unit, is it? அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிறத தவிர மற்ற எல்லாத்தையும், that means length, meter, centimeter, okay, all these are the units, gram, okay, all these are the units. So children, for all those units you should use only the lowercase alphabet. Okay, you should use only the lowercase alphabet. For length, if you are putting L means you should mention small l. Okay, can you all understood? An example, small m for meter, okay, small kg for kilogram, and small s for second, and small cd for candela. Can you all understood? So what is the point? All other units are written in lowercase alphabet only. Okay, and then we'll fourth point. Plural form of unit is never used. Okay, S is not added after a unit. S is a symbol for second or time measurement. Okay, plural form of unit is never used. Okay, you should not use the plural form. Okay, S is not added after a unit. Okay, S is a symbol for second or time measurement. Okay, children, in the language we will use plurals, is it, children? What are the plurals you have learnt? Boy means boys, girl means girls. Likewise, you will say the plural form, is it? But while writing the measurement, while writing the units, if you are having 5 kilograms, kilogram means also, you should not say it as 5 kilograms. Kilograms in plural la sonna, that is wrong. Okay, you should use only the singular form. You should not use yes. Singular plural la unit la kadayadu. You should not use yes. Why? The yes is also a symbol, is it? For second, for mentioning second, we should use yes, is it? So that we should not use any plural form in units. Can you all understand? There is no plural form in units. Okay, children? Yeah, we will see the examples. 6 meter. We should say 6 meter only. Should not use as 6 means big number, so that we should not use. If 5 kilograms, we will say, is it? I bought 5 kilograms of apple. Like this, we will say, is it? We should not use like that. Okay. Till now, if you are using means also, that is wrong. Okay. Correct yourself. Okay. 6 meters is wrong. Okay, you should use only 6 meter. Okay, and then 14 kilograms is wrong. Okay, only 14 kilogram. Okay, whatever in the left side is only correct. Okay, right side is wrong. Okay, 6 meter, 14 kilogram, 20 second, 18 Kelvin. Okay, so what is the rule? Plural form of the unit is never used. Okay, S is not added after a unit. Okay, why? What is the reason? S denotes second. Okay, so that you should not use S as a plural form. Plural na solli S alla add panna kudadu. Okay children, can you all understood? And fifth point is a full stop is not used after a unit. Okay, a full stop is not used after a unit. Okay, for example, for a length of 25 centimeter, the unit symbol is 25 centimeter cm and not 25 centimeters or 25 centimeters dot. Full stop. Okay, if you had completed a sentence means you will use full stop. Is it children? In the language you will use full stop. Is it? If you are writing an essay or a paragraph means for writing a question, if you had completed it means you will put full stop at the end. Is it children? But while writing units you should not use any full stop. Okay, 5 centimeter. Okay, I bought 5 centimeter. If you said means you should not end with a full stop. Full stop la vakka kudadu. Okay. Okay, that you should not use any full stop, any plural form in units. Okay children, so we'll see the example. 7 meter. Okay, you should not write it as 7 meter and full stop. You should not write the full stop there. Okay, 12 Newton. Okay, you should not put the full stop there. Okay, that is wrong. Okay, and 25 kilogram. Okay, you should not put the 25 kilogram and full stop there. Okay, full stop should not be used in the unit. Can you all understand children? And the last point, a prefix is never alone. Okay, prefix வந்து தனியா யூஸ் பண்ணவே கூடாது. Okay, prefix symbol is written very close to the unit symbol without any spacing, whereas unit symbols are written separately with spacing when units are multiplied or divided. Okay, meter per second means meter per second, not milli per second. Yeah, what they had given? We have learnt about the prefix. Is it children? What are the prefix? Mega, kilo, hecto, centi, milli and micro. Is it? For that, you should not write only. இப்போ எழுதுறோம் அப்படினா you should not write only the mega மட்டும் எழுதிட்டு விட கூடாது. Okay, we should merge it with some other units. Okay, kilogram. Okay, we have learned kilogram in the prefixes children, so kilogram. Okay, should merge with gram. Okay, you should not write the prefix only, prefix alone you should not write. Okay, kilo மட்டும் எழுதுனா that is wrong. Okay, you should merge it with the unit kilogram. Okay, and then a prefix symbol is written very close to the unit symbol. Okay, you should write the prefix symbol with very close to the unit symbol. Yes, we said, is it? Kilogram. Between K and G there is no spacing. Is it? So that they had said that. Okay, and then various unit symbols are written separately with spacing when units are multiplied or divided. If you are multiplying or dividing the units means we can say it as அப்போ வந்து நம்ம வந்து பிரிச்சுக்கலாம். Okay, if you are multiplying or dividing the units, at that time we can include any spacing. Okay children, so what is the example given? MS inverse. Okay, in between there you should not leave any space. Okay, MS power minus 1. Okay, second power meter second power minus 1. Okay, means meter per second. Is it children? Meter per second. We have learnt ms milli. Is it? Can we write milli per second there? No. Okay, milli அப்படிங்கிறது prefix, so you should not write the prefix alone, so that we are using meter per second. Okay, can you all understood? Prefix is never used alone. Okay children, prefix is never used alone. Okay, that is the rule. And in between the prefix and the unit, there should not be any spacing. Okay, if it is multiplied or divided, we may leave some space. Okay children, these are all the examples for the fifth point. Okay, fifth rule. Okay, what they said, prefix should not be returned alone, is it? And then there should not be any spacing between the prefix symbol and unit, is it children? So see, 1 ms power minus 1. Okay, there is no space, is it children? And you should write 1 meter per second. Okay, you should not write it as 1 milli per second. Okay, we should not write it as 1 milli per second, that is wrong. Okay, and then the next one is 1 ms, that is millisecond. Okay, 1 millisecond. Okay, in there you should not write it as 1 meter second, that is wrong. Okay, what they said, they should there should be no space, is it? Here in the prefix, in between the prefix, no space, is it? And then it should not be used alone, so we should not use as 1 milli per second, that is wrong. Okay children, can you all understood? Okay, can we recall what we have learnt in this class? First of all, we have learnt about SI system of units. What is meant by SI system of units? We have learnt the SI systems from 7 fundamental units, is it? What are the 7 fundamental units? Length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity and amount of substance. Okay, these are all the SI quantities of SI system of units. What is meant by SI system of units? Standardized International System of Units. Okay. Yeah, what again? Can you repeat? Length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity and amount of substance. Okay, and then we have learnt about derived units, is it? What is meant by derived units? What are the units we have derived from the fundamental units? That is called derived units. Okay. Okay, what are the fundamental derived units we have learnt? Area, volume, density, speed or velocity, acceleration, force, work, energy, pressure. Okay, area, volume, density, speed or velocity, acceleration, force, work, energy and pressure. Okay, and then we have learnt about multiples and submultiples, is it? What is why we are using this multiples and submultiples? Why we are using this multiples and submultiples? To make the units in the convenient and shorter way. Okay, நம்மளோட நம்பர்ஸை கன்வீனியன்ட்டாகவும் ஷார்ட்டராகவும் யூஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்காக multiples and submultiples is helping. Okay children? Okay, what are the multiples and submultiples we have learned? 10 power 2 is hecto. Okay, 10 power 3 is kilo. 10 power 6 is mega. Okay, 10 power minus 2 centi. Okay, 10 power minus 3 milli. Okay, 10 power minus 6 micro. Can you all understood? Okay, after that we have learnt about the rules to write the units correctly. Okay, what are the units we have learnt? What are the rules we have learnt? First of all, what we said, for the name of the scientist as a unit means we should use only we should write the unit in the small letter. Okay, if it is the name of the scientist as a unit means we should write it in the, we should start with a small letter, that is lowercase alphabets. Is it? Newton means you should use small n. Ampere means we should use small a. Okay, and the second point, if it is the name of the scientist as a unit means if you are writing in a symbol you should use only the uppercase alphabet. Okay, if you are writing the symbol means you should use only the uppercase alphabet, that is capital letters. Okay, Ampere means capital A, Newton means capital N. Okay, and then what is the third point? Apart from the name as the units, for all others we should use only the small letters. That is for length, small l. Okay, for meter, small m. Okay, children. And then what is the fourth rule? Plural form should not be used in units. Okay, plural form should not be used in units. Okay, and then what is the fifth point? Full stop should not be used in units. Okay, and then what is the fifth point? Prefix should not be used alone, and there should not be any spacing between the prefix and the unit. Okay, can you all understand, children? And then we will write the class work. Okay, children, take your class work notebook. We have started writing class work for lesson 2. Is it, children? We have written 6 fill-ups. Is it? Okay, put today's date. And then put Roman number, that means, alphabet F, that is answer briefly. Okay, put the heading as answer briefly. Children, keep your pens down. Listen first. Okay, this is very easy sums. These are all the sums. Okay, these sums we have learnt in the 4th and 5th standard. Is it, children? We have learnt by saying that Miss Chennai Daisy Meenambakkathilirundu Delhi-ku helicopter-il kilamina. Likewise, we will say, is it, children? Okay, by using that terms, we are going to do this. Okay, it is a one-word question. Yeah, see, arrange the following lengths in increasing order of magnitude. Okay, in the ascending order you are going to write. Okay, in the increasing order of magnitude. Okay, children. Okay, see, what is the question? 1 meter, 1 centimeter, 1 kilometer, 1 millimeter, and 1 hectometer. Okay, and I had mentioned in the descending wise here, the children, kilometer, hecameter, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. Okay, now we are going to write in the increasing order, that means ascending order. Okay, yeah, at the first we will write millimeter. Is it? Yeah, we will say as Miss Chennai Daisy Meenambakkathilirundu Delhi-ku helicopter-il kilambinar. Is it? So, millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, decameter, hectometer, and then kilometer. Okay, and find it, which is the first one? 1 millimeter. Okay, the first one is 1 millimeter. Okay, and then second one, 1 centimeter. Is it? Millimeter and then centimeter. Okay, and then here there is no decimeter, so there is 1 meter. So the next one is 1 meter. Okay, and then the next one, there is no decameter, so the next one is hectometer. Okay, 1 hectometer, and then 1 kilometer. Okay, very easy, is it, children? If you had remembered the terms means you can easily do it. Is it, children? Yeah, can you say Miss Chennai Daisy Meenambakkathilirundu Delhi-ku helicopter-il kilambinar. Okay, Miss Chennai Daisy Meenambakkathilirundu Delhi-ku helicopter-il kilambinar. Okay, that is millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, decameter, hectometer, and then kilometer. Okay, children, is it easy? Yeah, you can copy down in your class book notebook. Put today's date and then start writing. Okay. Children, have you all completed? Okay, we'll see the next. What is the difference between fundamental quantity and derived quantity? Okay, we have learnt about fundamental quantity and derived quantity. The children, okay, what is meant by fundamental quantity? A quantity which does not depends on any other physical quantity means that is called fundamental quantity. And derived quantity means if it depends on fundamental quantity means that is derived quantity. Okay, a fundamental physical quantity is one that does not depend on other physical quantities and cannot be derived from other quantities. Okay, a fundamental physical quantity is one that does not depend on other physical quantities and cannot be derived from other quantities. Okay, what is the example? Electric current, mass, length. We have learned 7 fundamental quantities. You can write anything. Okay, and then derived quantity. Derived quantity is obtained by multiplying or dividing fundamental units. Okay, derived quantity is obtained by multiplying or dividing fundamental units. Okay, and what is the example? Area, volume. Like this we have learned many. Easy, children, you can write anything. Okay, yeah, copy down in your classwork notebook. Use only ink pens, children. Children, can we read it again? What is the difference between fundamental quantity and derived quantity? Okay, a fundamental physical quantity is one that does not depend on other physical quantities. Okay, and cannot be derived from any other quantities. Okay, what is the example? Electric current, mass, length. You can write anything. Okay, and then derived quantity. Derived quantity is obtained by multiplying or dividing fundamental units. Okay, what is the example? Area, volume, density. Okay, have you all written? This is the next question. We have learned as a children. We have learned about the common rules for writing units. Is it, children? Okay, here I had given in my simple words. Okay, no need to copy down what is given in the book. Simply just understand. Okay, and then write it. Okay, and what is the first point we have learned? The full name of a unit always begins with a small letter. Okay, even if named after scientist. Okay, scientist oda name vachu adu vandha unit vechirundom appadina that should be starts with small letter. Okay, and then the second one, what we have learned? Okay, if the unit is from the name of the scientist, we should use the symbol as the capital letter. Okay, we should use the capital letter, that is the initial letter. Okay, and the third point, apart from those units of the scientist, for other units we should use only the small letter for the symbols. Okay, meter means small m. Okay, likewise we should use. Okay, and then fourth point, plural form should not be included in units. Okay, and then fifth point, we should not use full stops. Okay, and then sixth point, prefix should not be used alone. Okay, and there should not be any spacing between the prefix and the unit. Okay, yeah, what we have written, the full name of a unit always begin with a small letter even if named after a scientist. Okay children, and the second one, the initial letter of a symbol is capital only when the unit is named after a scientist. Okay, and then third point, small letters are used for symbols of units. Okay, small letters are used for symbols of units. Okay, and then fourth point, symbols do not take plural form. Okay, symbols do not take plural form. Okay, and then fifth one, symbols are not followed by a full stop. Okay, symbols are not followed by a full stop. Okay, and then sixth one, prefix should not be used alone. Okay, likewise you can write in your own words. Okay, understood the rules, understand the rules what we have learnt, and write it in your own words. Okay children, okay, copy it in your notebook. Have you all written children? Note down your homeworks children. Had given only 4 questions. Okay, very easy questions. You can write in simple words. Okay, the first question is, name the 7 fundamental quantities we have learned as a children. Length, mass, time, temperature, current, luminous intensity, and amount of substance. Okay, should mention that those 7. Okay, and the second question, name any 2 units which is derived from fundamental quantities. Okay, you can write 2, area, volume, density. Likewise we have as a children, you can write any 2. Okay, and then third question, name the prefix of the submultiple factor 10 power minus 6. We have learnt is it? Okay, think and write, or else refer your book. Okay, read your book and find the answer. Okay, 10 power 6, what is the prefix for the submultiple 10 power minus 6? Okay, and then fourth question, write any one rule from the rules to write units correctly. Okay, you should write only one rule. Okay, any one rule. Okay, yeah, note down your homeworks. Children, have you all noted your questions? Okay, do the homeworks properly. Okay, children? Be safe, okay? Be safe. Stay in your home. Thank you.